Discipline. It's the silent force behind every great achievement, the invisible hand that shapes dreams into reality. It's not flashy. It's not glamorous, but it's the one thing that separates those who merely wish from those who will. Success isn't born from talent alone, nor from luck or circumstance. It's forged in the crucible of discipline, the relentless pursuit of a vision, day after day, step by step, choice by choice. Rockefeller knew this. He wasn't the smartest, the strongest, or the most privileged, but he was the most disciplined. And that made all the difference. You see, discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the unwavering commitment to your goals, even when the path is steep and the journey feels impossible. It's the ability to say no to distractions, to delay gratification, to keep moving forward when every fiber of your being wants to quit. Discipline is the ultimate equalizer. It doesn't care about your background, your education, or your past failures. It only cares about what you do right now, in this moment. And that's the truth most people don't want to hear. They'd rather believe that success is a matter of chance, a lucky break, a moment of inspiration. But Rockefeller? He didn't wait for luck. He didn't rely on inspiration. He built his empire on the bedrock of discipline. Every decision, every action, every sacrifice was deliberate, calculated, and driven by an unshakable belief in his vision. You want to know the secret to mastering success? It's simple: master discipline. Because without it, your dreams are just fantasies. With it, they become inevitable. Rockefeller wasn't born into wealth. He didn't inherit a fortune or stumble into opportunity. He was the son of a traveling salesman, a man who was often absent, leaving young John to fend for himself. But it was in those early years that Rockefeller learned the value of discipline. He started working at the age of 16, meticulously recording every penny he earned and spent in a little ledger he carried with him everywhere. That ledger wasn't just a record of finances, it was a record of his commitment to himself, to his future, to his dreams. He didn't have the luxury of wasting time or money. Every dollar was a tool, every hour a resource. And he treated them with the respect they deserved. While others spent their earnings on fleeting pleasures, Rockefeller saved, invested, and planned. He understood that wealth wasn't about how much you made, it was about how much you kept, how much you grew. That's the first lesson of discipline. It's not about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have. In today's world, we're bombarded with distractions, social media, endless notifications, the constant pull of instant gratification. It's easier than ever to lose focus, to drift away from your goals. But discipline is the anchor that keeps you grounded. It's the ability to say, not now, to the things that don't serve your purpose. It's the strength to prioritize your future over your present desires. Rockefeller didn't build Standard Oil by accident. He built it by choice, by choosing to work when others rested, by choosing to learn when others played, by choosing to persist when others gave up. He wasn't a genius, he was a grinder. He wasn't a visionary, he was a doer, and that's what discipline is. Doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Let me tell you a story. In 1863, Rockefeller invested in an oil refinery. At the time, oil was a risky business. The market was volatile, competition was fierce, and many saw it as a gamble. But Rockefeller saw something different. He saw potential not just in the oil itself, but in the way it was produced, distributed, and sold. He saw an opportunity to bring order to chaos, to create efficiency where there was waste. So what did he do? He didn't just jump in blindly. He studied, he analyzed, he planned. He disciplined himself to understand every aspect of the business, from the science of refining to the economics of transportation. And then he acted. He negotiated better rates with railroads, he streamlined production processes, he cut costs without cutting corners. He was relentless in his pursuit of improvement, always looking for ways to do things better, faster, cheaper. And it paid off. By 1870, Standard Oil controlled 10% of the US petroleum industry. By 1880, it was 90%. That's not luck. That's discipline. But here's the thing. Discipline isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about focusing your energy on what matters most. Rockefeller didn't waste time on trivial matters. He delegated, he prioritized, he eliminated distractions. He knew that success wasn't about doing everything. It was about doing the right things consistently. In your life, what are the right things? What are the actions that will move you closer to your goals? Identify them, prioritize them, and then discipline yourself to do them every single day. Because that's where success lives. In the daily grind, in the small choices, in the moments when no one is watching. Now, let's talk about mental discipline, because success starts in the mind. Rockefeller was a master of his thoughts. He didn't let doubt, fear, or negativity cloud his judgment. He believed in himself, in his vision, in his ability to make it happen, and that belief was unshakable. You see, discipline isn't just about actions, it's about mindset. It's about controlling your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions. It's about choosing to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to find solutions where others find excuses. Take, for example, the economic panic of 1873. It was a time of financial ruin for many businesses. Companies were collapsing, fortunes were lost, and fear was rampant. But Rockefeller? He saw it as an opportunity. While others panicked, he stayed calm. He used the downturn to buy out competitors at bargain prices, to expand his empire when others were retreating. He didn't let fear dictate his decisions, he let discipline guide him. That's the power of mental discipline. It's the ability to stay focused, to stay positive, to stay committed, even when the world around you is falling apart. It's the strength to keep moving forward, one step at a time, no matter how dark the path may seem. In your own life, there will be moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments when everything seems to be going wrong. But remember this, those moments don't define you. Your response to them does. Discipline yourself to stay the course, to keep believing, to keep pushing. Because on the other side of adversity is opportunity. Let's shift gears and talk about physical discipline. Rockefeller was known for his frugal lifestyle. Despite being one of the richest men in the world, he lived modestly. He didn't indulge in extravagance. He didn't flaunt his wealth. He understood that true wealth wasn't about material possessions. It was about freedom, about security, about the ability to live life on your own terms. Physical discipline is about taking care of your body, your health, your energy. It's about making choices that support your long-term well-being, not just your short-term desires. It's about exercising regularly, eating well, getting enough sleep, and avoiding habits that drain your vitality. Why does this matter? Because your body is the vehicle that carries you towards your goals. If you neglect it, if you abuse it, you won't have the energy, the focus, or the stamina to achieve what you're capable of. Rockefeller knew this. He was meticulous about his health, often taking time for rest and relaxation to recharge his batteries. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to neglect your physical well-being. We're constantly on the go, constantly connected, constantly stressed. But discipline demands that you prioritize your health. It demands that you make time for exercise, for proper nutrition, for rest. Because without a strong body, you can't have a strong mind, and without a strong mind, you can't achieve success. So ask yourself, are you taking care of your body? Are you giving it the fuel it needs to perform at its best? If not, it's time to discipline yourself. Make the choice to invest in your health, because it's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Now, let's talk about emotional discipline. This is perhaps the most challenging aspect of discipline, but also the most powerful. Emotional discipline is about controlling your reactions, managing your feelings, and staying composed under pressure. Rockefeller was a master of this. He was known for his calm demeanor, his ability to remain unflappable in the face of adversity. Whether it was a business crisis or a personal attack, he never let his emotions get the better of him. He stayed focused, he stayed rational, he stayed in control. Why is this important? Because emotions can cloud your judgment. They can lead you to make impulsive decisions, to say things you regret, to act in ways that sabotage your success. But when you discipline your emotions, you gain clarity. You gain the ability to think clearly, to act wisely, to navigate challenges with grace and poise. In your own life, emotional discipline is crucial. Whether it's dealing with a difficult boss, a challenging relationship, or a personal setback, your ability to stay calm and composed will determine your success. It's not about suppressing your emotions, it's about managing them, channeling them, using them to fuel your progress rather than hinder it. So, how do you develop emotional discipline? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your triggers, to the situations that cause you to react emotionally. Then, practice pausing. When you feel the surge of emotion, take a deep breath, step back, and give yourself a moment to think before you act. Over time, this practice will become a habit, and you'll find yourself more in control, more resilient, more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Let's move on to financial discipline. This is where Rockefeller truly excelled. He was a master of money management, understanding that wealth wasn't just about earning. It was about saving, investing, and growing your resources over time. From a young age, Rockefeller was frugal. He saved a portion of every dollar he earned, no matter how small. He avoided debt like the plague, knowing that it was a trap that could derail his dreams. And when he did spend, it was always with a purpose, always with an eye towards the future. In today's consumer-driven society, financial discipline is more important than ever. We're constantly tempted to spend, to buy the latest gadgets, to keep up with the Joneses. But true wealth isn't about what you own, it's about what you control. It's about having the freedom to make choices, to pursue opportunities, to live life on your own terms. So, how do you develop financial discipline? Start by tracking your expenses, just like Rockefeller did with his ledger. Know where every dollar is going and make sure it's aligned with your goals. Then, prioritize saving and investing. Set aside a portion of your income for the future and let it grow. Avoid unnecessary debt, and when you do borrow, do it strategically with a plan to pay it back. Remember, wealth isn't built overnight. It's built through consistent, disciplined action over time. It's about making smart choices today that will pay off tomorrow. And that's the essence of financial discipline. Now let's talk about the discipline of action. Because all the planning, all the thinking, all the dreaming in the world means nothing without action. Rockefeller was a man of action. He didn't just sit around waiting for opportunities, he created them. He took calculated risks, he made bold moves, he put in the work. But here's the key: his actions were disciplined. They were purposeful, strategic, and aligned with his vision. He didn't act impulsively, he acted deliberately. He knew that every action had consequences, and he made sure that those consequences moved him closer to his goals. In your own life, discipline in action means being proactive, not reactive. It means taking initiative, seeking out opportunities, and making things happen. It means not waiting for the perfect moment, but creating it. It means doing the work, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you'd rather be doing something else. Because that's what separates the successful from the dreamers. Dreamers talk, doers act. And action, disciplined action, is the engine of success. So what are you waiting for? What's the one action you can take today, right now, to move closer to your goals? Identify it, commit to it, and do it. Because success isn't a destination. It's a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to where you want to be. Let's talk about the discipline of learning. Rockefeller was a lifelong learner. He never stopped seeking knowledge, never stopped improving himself, never stopped adapting to the changing world around him. He read voraciously, he studied his competitors, he learned from his mistakes. In today's rapidly evolving world, the discipline of learning is more crucial than ever. Technology is advancing at an unprecedented pace. Industries are being disrupted, and the skills that were valuable yesterday may be obsolete tomorrow. To stay ahead, you need to be constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly evolving. But learning isn't just about acquiring information. It's about applying it. It's about taking what you've learned and using it to improve your life, your business, your relationships. It's about being curious, being open-minded, being willing to challenge your assumptions and embrace new ideas. So make learning a daily habit. Read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, seek out mentors. But don't just consume, apply. Take what you've learned and put it into practice. Because knowledge without action is useless. It's the application of knowledge that leads to wisdom, and wisdom is the key to success. Now, let's discuss the discipline of gratitude. This might seem out of place in a discussion about success, but it's actually one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. Rockefeller was known for his philanthropy, giving away vast sums of his wealth to causes he believed in. But his generosity wasn't just about money, it was about gratitude. He was grateful for what he had, and he expressed that gratitude through his actions. Gratitude is a discipline because it requires you to shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. It requires you to appreciate the small victories, the lessons learned, the opportunities presented. And when you cultivate gratitude, you create a positive mindset that attracts more success into your life. In your own journey, practice gratitude daily. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for, no matter how small. It could be a supportive friend, a new opportunity, or simply the fact that you're alive and capable of pursuing your dreams. By focusing on what you have, you'll find that you have more than enough to achieve what you want. Finally, let's talk about the discipline of resilience. Because success isn't a straight line, it's a winding path filled with obstacles, setbacks, and failures. Rockefeller faced his share of challenges, economic downturns, legal battles, public scrutiny, but he never let them deter him. He bounced back, he adapted, he persevered. Resilience is the ability to keep going when things get tough. It's the discipline to pick yourself up after a fall, to learn from your mistakes, to keep moving forward no matter what. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about embracing it as a necessary part of the journey. In your own life, resilience is what will carry you through the tough times. It's what will keep you going when the odds are against you, when the world seems to be conspiring against your success. But remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. And with each challenge you overcome, you grow stronger, wiser, and more capable of achieving your goals. So embrace the discipline of resilience. Don't fear failure, welcome it. Don't shy away from challenges, face them head on. Because on the other side of adversity is growth, and growth is the path to success. As we bring this chapter to a close, remember this. Discipline is not a one-time act. It's a way of life. It's a daily commitment to yourself, to your dreams, to your future. It's the choice to be better today than you were yesterday, to do more today than you did yesterday, to grow more today than you did yesterday. Rockefeller didn't achieve success by accident. He achieved it by design, through the relentless pursuit of discipline in every area of his life. And you can do the same. You have within you the power to master discipline, and in doing so, to master success. So, take the first step. Start small, but start now. Choose one area of your life where you can apply more discipline, whether it's your finances, your health, your mindset, or your actions. Commit to it and watch as the ripple effects transform every aspect of your life. And know this, the journey has only just begun. The path to success is long, but with discipline as your guide, every step forward is a victory. Every choice you make, every habit you build, every challenge you overcome brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. As we continue this journey, let's delve deeper into the layers of discipline that will not only shape your success but define your legacy. Rockefeller's story is not just one of wealth, it's one of purpose, of impact, of a life lived with intention. And at the heart of it all is discipline, the quiet force that turns vision into reality. Purpose is the compass that guides every disciplined action. Without it, even the most rigorous efforts can feel hollow, like climbing a ladder only to find it's leaning against the wrong wall. Rockefeller didn't just chase wealth for wealth's sake, he pursued it with a deeper sense of mission. He believed in creating order, efficiency, and progress in an industry that was chaotic and wasteful. His purpose wasn't just to build an empire, it was to build a better world through that empire. In your own life, purpose is what gives your discipline meaning. It's the reason you get up before dawn, the reason you push through fatigue, the reason you say no to distractions. But purpose isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you define, refine, and commit to. It's the answer to the question, why does this matter? Take a moment to reflect. What is your purpose? What is the legacy you want to leave? It doesn't have to be grand or world-changing, it just has to be yours. Maybe it's to provide for your family, to create something that outlasts you, or to inspire others through your journey. Whatever it is, let it be the North Star that guides your disciplined efforts. Rockefeller's purpose evolved over time, but it was always clear. He started with a simple goal, to make $100,000 and live to be 100, but as he grew, so did his vision. He saw the potential to revolutionize an industry, to create jobs, to fund education and medical research. His purpose expanded, but his discipline remained the constant that made it all possible. So ask yourself, what is my purpose? And how can I align my daily actions to serve it? Because when your discipline is fueled by purpose, it becomes unstoppable. Time is the one resource you can never get back. Rockefeller understood this better than most. He was meticulous with his schedule, allocating his hours with the precision of a master craftsman. He didn't just work hard, he worked smart, ensuring that every minute was invested, not spent. In today's world, time is the ultimate currency. We live in an age of endless distractions, where a single notification can derail an entire day. But discipline demands that you take control of your time, that you guard it fiercely, that you use it to build, not to waste. Start by auditing your day. Where does your time go? How much of it is spent on activities that move you closer to your goals, and how much is lost to the black hole of procrastination? Rockefeller kept a ledger for his finances, but he also kept a ledger for his time. He knew that wasted hours were wasted opportunities. Here's a simple exercise. For 1 week, track every hour of your day. Write down what you did, how long it took, and whether it aligned with your purpose. At the end of the week, review it. You'll be shocked at how much time slips through the cracks. Then discipline yourself to cut out the waste. Say no to meetings without agendas, to social media scrolls that steal your focus, to tasks that don't serve your vision. Remember, time is finite, but with discipline, you can make it work for you, not against you. Success is not a solo endeavor. Rockefeller knew this. He surrounded himself with people who challenged him, who shared his vision, who pushed him to be better. He was selective, disciplined in his choice of partners, advisors, and friends. He understood that relationships could either elevate you or drag you down. In your own life, the people you allow into your inner circle will shape your success. Discipline in relationships means setting boundaries, choosing quality over quantity, and investing in those who inspire growth. It means walking away from toxic influences, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely. But it also means being disciplined in how you show up for others. Rockefeller was known for his loyalty, his fairness, his commitment to those who earned his trust. He didn't just take from relationships, he gave, he nurtured, he built alliances that lasted decades. So take stock of your relationships. Are they aligned with your purpose? Do they challenge you to be better? And are you showing up as the kind of person others want to invest in? Discipline yourself to cultivate connections that matter and let go of those that don't. Rockefeller's wealth was legendary, but his legacy was defined by what he gave, not what he kept. He donated over $500 million to education, science, and public health, causes that continue to impact the world today. But his philanthropy wasn't just about money, it was about vision. He was disciplined in his giving, ensuring that every dollar had a purpose, that every investment left a lasting mark. Legacy is the ultimate test of discipline. It's about thinking beyond yourself, beyond the immediate, beyond the now. It's about planting trees under whose shade you'll never sit. And it starts with small, disciplined choices. Choices to give back, to mentor, to share your knowledge, to leave the world better than you found it. In your own journey, ask yourself, what will I leave behind? How will I be remembered? And how can I use my discipline to build something that outlasts me? It doesn't have to be a fortune. It can be a lesson, a value, a ripple of impact that touches lives you'll never know. Rockefeller's legacy wasn't built in a day. It was built through decades of disciplined action, of purposeful giving, of unwavering commitment to his values. And that's the final lesson. Discipline isn't just about achieving success, it's about defining what success means to you and ensuring that it echoes long after you're gone. As we reach the end of this journey, let's bring it all together. Discipline is not a single act. It's a symphony of choices, each building on the last, each note resonating with purpose, time, relationships, and legacy. It's the quiet power that turns dreams into reality, that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary stories. Rockefeller's life is a testament to this truth. He wasn't born great. He became great through the relentless pursuit of discipline. And you can too. You have within you the same potential, the same capacity for greatness. But it starts with a choice, the choice to master discipline and through it to master success. So as you stand at the crossroads of your own journey, remember this. The path to success is not easy, but it is simple. It's paved with discipline, with purpose, with action. It's forged in the fire of commitment, in the quiet moments when no one is watching, in the choices you make when it's easier to quit. But you won't quit, because you're not just dreaming of success, you're building it, one disciplined step at a time. And when the world sees your achievements, when they marvel at your success, they'll think it was luck, talent, or timing. But you'll know the truth. You'll know that it was discipline, the silent force, the invisible hand, the unwavering commitment to your vision. So, go forth, master discipline, master success, and let your legacy be the proof that you did. If this message resonated with you, if it stirred something deep within, don't let it end here. Like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe to the channel for more content that will fuel your journey to greatness. Together, we'll keep building, one disciplined step at a time.